Happy Tuesday. We are back. We've got a cool project we're going to explain to you guys today. It's something really neat. We've been spending a lot of time working on it here in the office, and we've got quite a bit of information. I think you guys will get a kick out of this. So, we are in the middle of moving 9 big tanks out of Germany. So, they come out of Germany and then they're on the water roughly a month, and then they get delivered to the Port of Milwaukee in Wisconsin. And then we are loading them out of there and we are delivering them over to Wanakee, Wisconsin. And there they're going to be at their final resting place for the rest of their life. So we are in the middle of it right now, and we have delivered 3 today. So how this is working is, you can see here the picture, they're loaded. Let's see if we can see some other pictures, but this is what they look like on the trailer. We're loading 3 at a time, so we're moving 3 groups of 3. So you can see them sitting here on the trailer. This was after we got them loaded the other day. They're all tied down. They come with the securement there, or the lugs that tie down to. We're loading 3 at a time, and then we are leaving the next day, running that day, and then delivering the 3rd day. So there's actually 3 days involved for each one of these moves. So these tanks that we're looking at now, they got loaded on a Tuesday, they ran on Wednesday, and they delivered on Thursday. The guys will go back to Milwaukee, empty, and then reload Friday, move, and then deliver. It's the same rotation. So it's going to take about 2 weeks. And there is a couple things here I wanted to show you guys. So we're looking at the route that is kind of mapped out here. Let me see if I can zoom in from where the guys traveled. So like I said, they came into Milwaukee here, and we loaded in Milwaukee, and we delivered up here. Right here over in Wanakee, Wisconsin. You can see it would make the most sense. If you were in a car, you would just jump on 94, run straight across, come up, and you'd be there. State of Wisconsin will not let us do that. We are too tall, we're too wide, there's too much construction, too many restrictions. So you can see we were way out of our way to get up to delivery. So it makes sense when people ask, why is it taking so long? I thought this was only 150-mile run, or however far that is. No, it's not. You add all these additional turns, additional miles, and you get a much bigger route than you're expecting. All right, so looking at this, we're able to see everything through these guys' dash cams. So looking at this driver's day, this was Wednesday. So he slept here, and then he slept in Oak Creek, and then he went back from there and got loaded. All right, so you see how far they have to travel, and what we've got on all these trucks have cameras, and what I wanted to show you guys is pretty cool. This is at the port here, and we are going to take a look. So obviously that's them on the dock. It was a pretty rainy day. You see a couple of the trailers are already loaded. Oh, they were all loaded. This was Wednesday, so they're getting ready to leave. So you can see here, we got the escorts in front, the boat still next to them. These are high pull escorts. So there's 3 trucks, so 3 high pulls. It's a requirement. And then you look at this next picture. I'm sorry, the easy pass is in the way here. The pre-pass, I'll make sure that gets adjusted. You look at this next picture. You've got your bucket trucks to the side, and then you got 2 motorcycles. So these aren't like just some bikers out for a stroll on a rainy Wednesday. These are motorcycle police. So Milwaukee specifically, and I don't know, maybe you guys know. If you do, add it in the comments because I'm interested. And I haven't done my research totally on it. But the city of Milwaukee puts motorcycle cops on you. So instead of having regular police cars, you get motorcycles. So these are police officers. So you can see this is early in the morning. The next video or picture is everybody getting together. You got the drivers, you got the police officers, you got the bucket trucks, you got everybody getting together here having their powwow. going over the route, going over the game plan. The cops are probably telling them how they're going to lead, how they're going to cut off traffic, get us through lights, turns, and everybody's on the same page. So it is cool. I've always thought it was cool that Milwaukee does that, but yeah, there's a third. It's interesting, and it was pouring rain while these guys. It looks like it's not raining there. Obviously, you can tell everything's wet. It was pouring rain. These guys suffered through the rain. You can see even the road is kind of flooded there, and the motorcycles in front of us, they got their lights and everything on. See them there coming through the city streets. We went all over the place, and it's all because of our height and our size. We really enter in a lot of construction. You see, we leave the port, we come down, we come through this residential area, through this park. We jump back on the expressway or busier road there. Come down, wrap around the airport. You're off all the main roads for the most part. You come back up, come back through a neighborhood. So, you've got these big tanks coming right through here. Middle of a neighborhood on a Wednesday. Traveled a total of 230 miles. It was only about 87 miles if you're in a car and wanted to run it straight through. But we got there, it took several hours. It doesn't go fast when you're this size. But what you can see here at delivery, they've got several cranes, and what they're doing is they're putting these tanks inside a building. So they literally have a hole in the roof. You can see in these pictures here, they have a hole in the roof, and they're picking the tanks up off the trailer, turning them vertically, picking them up from the top, and then lifting them up and over the building, dropping them inside the building where they're going to be plumbed up with one another. There's multiple tanks in this building. Well, all 9 will be going in here, and it's an expansion. This isn't even new construction. This is an expansion. So 9 additional tanks to what they currently have, and they will be all unwrapped, stood up. You can see, I think you can see in this picture, the couple of them in the back are already the older ones that already exist, and they'll be put into use for production. So that's a quick little story on these tanks. They came out of Germany, take about a month on the water. They take about a day for us to travel over 230 miles, and then about a day to unload all 3 of them and get them installed inside the building, where then they can do all their final install with their plumbing. So that's the story on these 9 tanks. They came out of Germany, took a month on the water, delivered over there to the Port of Milwaukee. We loaded them, and we're running 3 at a time. We're in the middle of it now. Currently, as you watch this video, we'll be done this week. The last 3 deliver on Friday, the 13th, and then another project in the books. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more.